Hi everybody, Cheaply Chic. Welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. I feel like it has been forever since I have sat down and gotten to work in a journal. I'm so excited, especially for this Grace journal, because as most of you know, this was a collection that was released January. I think it was January, and now it is the beginning of March. So thank you guys so much for your patience with me and allowing me to get caught up the last month or two. And it's been a lot of fun working in the Valentine collection, the Cherish collection. That one, I actually am looking for the flip through video. It has to be on my phone. Sometimes when I hook my phone up to my computer, weird things happen, but the video has to be there. Otherwise, it's just a flip through. I can reshoot that, no problem. But yes, today, the Grace collection and then the Wings collection. I'm super excited. I'm getting caught up this month and I have I've just been so inspired. I've been watching a lot of videos while I've been creating the Wings journal, where most of the time I just watch TV and catch up on that. So yeah, I'm feeling very inspired. So this is a drawer and it's just a plastic drawer. It's a pretty big one. And I have been throwing things in here, planning on working on this collection. So I'm not really going to do a setup video. I have it all in this drawer and I'm just going to show you guys what I've been collecting and putting together. And to be honest, I really hope I have a collection in here. Oh good, I do. I was a little worried that I didn't save a collection for myself and that would have been very sad. So here is my Grace journal and all of these have sold out. They are all gone. Thank you guys so much for just your excitement over this collection and how much fun you've all been having with it. I've really enjoyed hearing that. So I have my journal and I'm really excited to get started on this. I wanted to share with you guys some of the things that I've been throwing in this bin and some of my thoughts about working in this journal. So let me just get this out of the way and I will sort through that and not cause a lot of, background noise here in the camera. Something I thought that would be a lot of fun that I don't typically do in my collections is buy digital kits. And with the heavy fairy theme, I thought it would be fun to go and find some more images. So I purchased these two collections. These are two separate collections from Artie Mays, and I will link all of the collections down below that I have purchased. They're not very expensive at all, especially when you're thinking about using them on repeat, right? It's a great resource to have at our fingertips. So this was her, I think it's called Fairy Flower collection. And for now, I didn't print off any of the journaling pages that come in her kit. I only printed off some of the journaling cards because I enjoyed the images that she had for her little fairies. And I probably should look because I thought I had more than 2 pages printed off. And this was like tags that she had in her kit. So I'm planning on cutting those up and using those. And then this one, it might have been like mushrooms and ferns. Again, I'll link it down below, but I really wanted to use some of the mushroom elements, which is why I printed it off. And I thought I loved her little tickets and things, the little page flags that she had there. And then she had some pretty vintage book pages in her kit. That might be another one. But yeah, all of this will definitely be in the description box. Then I had this kit that I picked up 2. It's 2 separate kits from My Porch Prints, and they are like fussy cut images, which means she took vintage images and made this gray line around them. You guys know me and you know that I don't do fussy cutting that often. Sometimes I try to get a little in depth and get close with the images, but then I have to finish this little bird guy. But I was trying to cut him out, but when I don't, the gray lines are really nice because it deepens, you know, it takes away from that white paper. I'm going to get in there and cut out those little spaces, but I really like these kits because it just seems to make it easier for somebody like me. So she has some bird images. I think that was a separate set, which I thought was going to go along great with not just this collection, but also the wings collection when I get to play with that in the next few days, hopefully. And then what I really wanted was the mushrooms. She has a whole kit full of mushrooms. So these are another one. You can see I've been kind of trying to cut them out. And then like some ferns, and there's some trees and different flowers. That one went with the bird kit again. So this was my porch prints. Again, everything will be linked down below, but I think this kit's a lot of fun. And then I had one more kit I wanted to mention. I don't remember this shop's name at all, but she had a whole big set of pages out of some vintage books of mushrooms and ferns all together. So it's just scans of them, of the book pages, but I thought they would be great just to cut up and use for tags. She also has some smaller size images here, all shrunk up and fit together, which I thought those were great, cute little pictures I could cut out and use. So that's as far as I've gotten with that. I will link all of those links down below. Okay, and then something I just recently found at the Dollar Tree, and I have no idea how I would use these yet, but I thought how much fun could it be to incorporate some of this. So this is called a moss sheet, and again, picked it up at the Dollar Tree, and it seems to be attached to some green burlap. I'm not sure how, let's see. Let's open it up and see how well it's made. Okay, so it does seem to flake, but I don't know. I just think it could be a lot of fun in some way, and maybe some of the fallout will finish falling out and then it'll be fine. I don't know. Or maybe if I take it outside and I spray some clear coat on it, maybe I can get it to stick a little bit better. But I picked that up. I also picked up this moss ribbon roll. This one is on a sticky sheet. And probably if I get my hot glue gun out, okay, it's like it has some sticky on it, but it also has this like netting material that it's been attached to. Ugh, I love it. I just thought it would be a lot of fun to use some of this. So I'll probably have to use my hot glue gun, maybe some spray adhesive or some clear coat. You know, if I use some spray paint over the top of it, maybe it'll stay a little better. But I picked these up, thought it would be cool if I could figure out a way to get it in my journal. Okay, and then I just, you know, tossed a bunch of extra scrapbook paper in here. Here's a cover that didn't get finished. And I hate not using them. So I thought about cutting it and using it as a tag because I just don't like to be wasteful, you know? This is the paper collection of the scrapbook paper that I use, this apricot honey from Prima. Here's some more of those My Porch prints. I put it through the Brother Scanning Cut, and this is how it comes out with the Brother Scanning Cut, which isn't ideal. There's a lot of extra lines going on around that, but that one's a little better. I'm still playing around with that machine and figuring it out, but it doesn't get in the little grooves, you know, it just cuts around the images. So, but that's okay. I thought they could be fun in the background. And then I used the Brother Scanning Cut to cut out, I think there's a couple little fairies floating around in here. So I'll probably, you know, use a lot of these cutouts. All right, and then I have a few more items I'll share. These are a couple fairy stamps that I have in my collection of stamps. They're from Lavinia, I don't know how to say that, stamps. They're on Etsy. I will link her shop down below. She has a lot of cute stamps with different fairies, so you might want to check that out. My sweet friend sent me this fairy door charm. I would love to incorporate this. It's so cute. Look at that. It's like it is locked shut. Can you really open it? I don't think so. And then I have my collection. So, and lots, I just have a lot of book pages, you know, that didn't get used out of the books. Now that I have a big giant mess here. Oh, I did have this book page I found in a different book when I was working on our vacation album. So anyway, I just pulled that printout too. Okay, and then I was working on some handmade tags here. Again, super inspired watching Artie Mae's channel while I was working on the collection. And then my oldest daughter was home for spring break and my youngest daughter had to have a wisdom tooth extracted. So we had some downtime and I was just playing around a little bit with some decoupage and some paint. She's super inspiring. If you guys are not following her, Artie Mae's, I'm going to link her channel down below as well as one that I was watching, who I actually started watching first. Her channel name is Hummingbird Tales. Oh my goodness, you guys, she is so inspiring and amazing. I'm going to link her down below as well. But anyway, it just really, watching Artie Mae's and some of her videos took decoupaging with napkins for me to a different level. So I had a lot of fun with this. And I'm planning on sharing a video with some of that. I do have a challenge going on in the Facebook group right now. If you aren't part of it and you would like to join us, we just decided to do like a building of our journaling stash challenge to get some more items, because I always struggle when I actually go to journal and I have a few minutes. I don't have a lot of time. So it would be great to have some items already built up, you know, and to make that more of a focus. So for me, this week, and I'm actually, this weekend, this video will not post. This will be over for me by the time this video posts. And actually, I'll be on to envelopes. So come join us in the group and you can stay on top of all of that with us. So these are some things that I've already made. I did have the fairy journal in mind for this one. This is just some springtime Easter tags I'll actually hold on to for a different journal, and they're not finished. I haven't finished them yet, but I was just painting and, you know, did a little bit to them. That one I'm actually going to save for my wings journal along with that. That one I like. And then my oldest daughter, Mackenzie, did some background tags for me. She was painting some skies and galaxies and clouds, so I love those. And then I had this flower card here, and these were just made out of old flashcards. Some of them I haven't finished yet. So anyway, I have those, and I have my kit, and I'm just going to use this little tiny container here to hold on to my little bits because I don't want to use them, and I haven't lose them. I definitely want to use them. Don't want to lose them. I haven't looked at this kit in so long I kind of forget what's in here. And I just don't want to lose anything. So, got all the tags in the bags. Keep them all together. This postcard, super cute. Some bags, paper, labels, the envelope, a card and envelope, and then book pages. So yeah, I'm super excited about this. My bookmark, my fibers, and paper clips. Oh, and one more thing that I grabbed. I thought it would be a lot of fun to use this vine trim that we all love from Hobby Lobby, and to really fill the edges of my pages with this possibly. So we'll see what happens. All right, so I shared all of that with you. I'll try to do something really quick here in my journal to get started. I usually like to start on the front cover, but I'm actually feeling a little overwhelmed, which isn't unusual for me either, getting started in a new journal. Maybe something here in the middle would be fun. All right, so this is the Edith Holden book page that came in my kit, and I think I'm going to cut out some of this. I'm just going to start with that. I gotta find my other scissors. the ones that aren't so big, let's see, can use these for now. It would be fun to use this poem and the foxglove painting here, if I can figure out a way to do it. Start by cleaning this up a little. So I think to edge that little flower I cut out, I'm going to use frayed burlap. And you guys, I apologize for the shaking. I have my camera set up in the funny usual way I've had to do it lately, and now my cat's decided that that chair belongs to him and the camera is attached to the chair. So I don't know if it's worse for me to shake the table or for him to shake the chair. And I know all of you people who aren't cat people are saying, just kick the cat out of your room. And I know, but it just isn't that simple. It just isn't that simple. Okay. And actually, I'm pretty happy there's only one cat in here, to be honest. Anyway, so how are you? How are all of you? I hope you're doing well. It feels very odd for some reason to get back in the filming groove. I've been very excited to, but then I get a little camera shy. Okay, I just got to get in the groove with this journal is all, right? I definitely want this on this page, but I haven't done anything in this, so I'm going to clip it down. And I actually went and bought some more Fabri-Tac, so now I have extra bottles. So I shouldn't run out anytime soon, like the last set of videos I was making. So like I mentioned, my daughter was home for spring break, which was really nice to have her home because we hadn't been able to spend any time with her since Christmas vacation, which seems like so long ago now. I was telling her when she came, I'm like, you haven't been here in so long. She goes, it's only been 2 months, Mom. Like, that's a long time to a mom, okay? There, Missy. All right. And then my oldest daughter had her wisdom tooth extracted. Or my youngest daughter, I'm sorry. So, yeah. It was a busy couple of days, and then everything stopped to take care of her, you know how that is. So yeah, it was nice to get to spend some downtime with Kenzie before she had to go back to school. I think maybe I'm going to put that right over the top of that flower. So I think I have a plan for this journal, and I'm going to try to get this one and my wings journal done. Yeah, I would say within the next week for sure. This next week, I really want to get them both done because I want to use them together. I think they're both perfect for spring, and I know that I want to use one for my personal journaling, and I want to use the other for my devotions and things. So I'm pretty excited to get them both done. I'll add this on the page too. For those of you who are just tuning into this or have recently purchased this collection, I know that I've sold some over the past month, the ones that I had left over and finishing more covers and all of that. There is a design team with videos where they've either shared working in this journal or a finished flip through of what they did with their journals. So I will definitely link them down below for you so you can check them out and be inspired by them as well. There's also a Facebook group. I know I always mention it, but I would love to see what everyone is doing over there. I would love to see how you're working in your journals and just, yeah, the ways that we could inspire each other. That would be great. I'm not going to do anything to those yet. That was close. That was a close call. So I'm thinking this envelope came in the collection. It's too big to fit on the page, but I'm going to cut it down. I like the way that it has that creamy tone like that book page does. Let's try it here. We can always go shorter, right? Yeah, that's great. Okay, so I just cut that end off. So now it's open. And I am going to run it through my sewing machine really quick. If you don't have a sewing machine, you could staple it, which I always enjoy doing too. You could wrap some washi tape around it and seal it up, which is something else I enjoy, but I'm just going to run mine through the machine really quick. Okay, so that's a good start. Very pretty. Ink it up here a little bit. So it's finally starting to act like spring around here. I'm pretty excited. I know that for some of my friends, you're planting flowers already. Jenny, I'm not naming names. I'm so jealous of that. We definitely have a while to go before I can plant flowers. Mid-May is when I can start, you know, trusting the weather a little bit to keep plants alive outside. So yeah, but it's really nice. We're finally going to see temperatures come up a little bit this next week. And it's supposed to rain, but I'm really hoping that we had our last big snowstorm. What was it? A week ago now? We got about 6 or 7 inches. It melted right away because it warmed up after that, but I was like, no. But, yeah, I know we're at risk for snow for quite some time yet, but I'm really hoping that we're close. With time change this weekend, I'm excited. I love daylight savings time. I hate adjusting to it, but I love the extra sun, so I'm pretty excited. Even though I have to get up and be on the worship team on Sunday morning. I'm like, no, not this week. Oh, it just makes it tough. Getting up early on Sunday. I think I'm going to add that to the top. I like that. I think it needs more though. It needs something more. All right, so I had to start and stop the video a little bit, so I'm not exactly sure what I said last, but I did decide that I'm going to use this doily that came in the collection. I'm going to take Victorian Velvet and try inking it up a little bit, adding some color to it. I haven't used this ink in a while, so get it going here. And then I rip my doily. And I think I want this. This was from that My Porch Prints little die cut pack. I think I'm going to add that on top of there. So let's just start gluing this down. Just to get an idea. Then I'm just going to glue this down over the top. Oh, a little too quick. I know I want my mushrooms in here, so let's see. Let's glue them down in there too. Go. Then I'm just going to take this pink ink, the Victorian Velvet, sorry. It's pinkish purple, really. Okay, so I have this little scrap left, and I think I'm going to add it to the opposite side of this envelope here. And one more little mushroom that I cut out of that kit. I'm just going to glue it at the bottom. And then probably when I go back and use this journal, I might add some inspirational words or something. And I'm going to use the flap of the envelope and glue it down onto the book. Sometimes I like to wrap it around to the other side and use it for a tuck spot. If I'd have thought of that quicker, I probably would have done that this time, but I didn't think of it fast enough. That's okay. That's okay this time. So this is the postcard that came in the kit, and I am going to trim it down. I'm not sure if it's going to work how I would like to use it right now, but probably I'll end up adding it to one of the book pages later on if I don't use it right now anyway. So I'm just going to trim around the frame here. I'm liking this, so cute. I really do think I like this image up here, so I'm going to take this little seed packet envelope that came in the collection. Let me just make sure I don't want it this way. No, I like it the other way. I'm going to put that at the top. I'm actually going to make a tuck spot that opens at the bottom and put it toward the bottom of the page here. Try something a little bit different this time. Right, so I'm just going to glue down the bag. I have a little bit of an idea coming together finally. Feels so good to finally get to play in a journal. All right. Glue that toward the bottom. And then I think I'm going to have a tag coming out of the bottom. And I think then I'm going to use the bottom of this card as a tuck spot too. So I think I'm going to add glue down the sides and across the top. I know they're going to be little tags. I think I'm going to try to use the little tags that came in the collection. Let's glue that down. I love all these soft colors. Oh, that Edith Holden book page, so pretty. Okay, so I pulled this blank manila tag out of the kit along with these two smaller ones. And I think I will use this tag here. I do want to trim it up just a little bit so it's not poking out of the bottom of the book too far. Glue all over my fingers now, of course. There, that's good. And then these two little guys, I think I'm going to tuck up into here. But I do like for their strings to be a little bit shorter. I think I'm going to keep the natural strings though this time. They match the strings in the center of the book, so I like that. And I'll just trim them a little bit. I think because this tag is at the bottom of the book, I'm not going to add a string to it. For now anyway, we'll see. It could change later. All right, I'll probably go back and do something to this tag later on. For now, I'm just going to stick it in there. I know this video is starting to get a little long. I'll ink these up as well. Okay, you guys, for now, I think that's it. I know I will be adding some scrap paper, and that'll be great for journaling because I do like to have a lot of journaling space. And I just think this is super cute. I'm sure that I'll go back and do something to the tags. And the Edith Holden paper is always super pretty. So yeah, I'm so happy to finally be starting in this journal. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Again, all of those links will be down below that I mentioned at the beginning of the video, as well as the design team. They have all been super timely and their journals are done. So be sure to go check out their videos if you're interested. Thanks again, you guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.